We're excited to be here today at the inaugural FinDEVr conference to present to you our solutions on how to drive data to action. Our ideas specific to financial data center around our experience that consumers and businesses want structured, digestible data that they can consume easily and act on quickly. One of the challenges we've had at Financial Apps is taking all the great ideas and the vast amounts of data and turning all those ideas and data into products. Needless to say, there are significant components to this process involving many moving parts and multiple participants. At Financial Apps, we've been building Fintech products since 2011. Bill and I have been working together along with a great team of technologists to build web-based PFM solutions and other products for our clients and for our own use. We eat our own dog food. Part of my job that I really do enjoy is to work with the team in the creation of our products and offerings. Working with the team to create something new is the reason I do my job. With that, another part of my job turns into me being the guy who occasionally comes along with a great new idea. That great new idea might change the direction of development being done on products current and future. As with everything, I want these things done yesterday, and always question why my great ideas can't be developed quickly, deployed to market, and just get done. In some cases, I can be and can cause mayhem. Occasionally I do. Today at FinDEVr, we're announcing the beta release of our new Financial Apps platform, and specifically our Relevancy Engine, which we'll show you today. Part of the reason the platform was created was to address the mayhem as part of the product creation cycle. At Financial Apps, we launched our first application in 2012 called PowerWallet.com. As the product came to market, we realized that having access to the data is one thing, but making that data actionable and providing relevant information to our customers was the key to success. Components to our products we had to build like budgets, cash flow, calendaring, alerts, rewards, and fraud screening required constant evaluation, development, and change. We recognized we needed to create a real-time way to change our products and our user experience and not necessarily be constrained by traditional development process and development and deployment cycles. Today we're going to demonstrate how using the Financial Apps Relevancy Engine can help in the rapid scale development of better, faster, and more cost-effective applications that we're all looking to build. We have a couple of real-world examples we're going to show live in the demo today with the Relevancy Engine in our development process. The first example we're going to go through is something that we all take for granted, but really it's not a trivial exercise. There's a lot of logic behind this. With all the data that we have, we're going to look to use the transactional data to create a budget or a series of budgets for our consumers. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Bill Kennedy.
Hey guys, how you doing? So I love the technology we're building at Financial Apps. We're developers at heart, and we're building APIs to make it really easy for everyone here not only to consume the Yodlee data, but to really use it in their apps in a dynamic way. So I'm going to show you real quick from a budget perspective this is a demo app that we built that's using the APIs. I'm hitting a real system, which I've always been told not to do during a demo. We'll see how it goes. But this is a demo app that developers consuming our API can use to see how to use the APIs. And here is this user's budget. Now, all of this is driven off of the Relevancy Engine. The Relevancy Engine is a system that allows us to take different schemaless data sets, aggregate them, and join them together in a series of these pipeline events. And so to do a budget here, we have all of these queries that we run against the system. Data coming from one query can go to the next. We're able to join 3 different data sets, the transactions, category information, and budget models. One of the things Mayhem over here wants is tomorrow he's going to come to me and say, I need a new budget model tomorrow for somebody who's got 3 dogs. No problem. No problem now. We can add a new budget model into the system, and the APIs drive it. And so this is a development system that we're building for API consumers who are going to be using the Relevancy Engine. You can see here the raw data coming out of that. So again, 3 schemaless data sets that were aggregated and joined together, and that's the same data that we have here coming in. And so you can build these rules and these data sets dynamically and consume them dynamically in your apps. So this is actionable data. Well,
the next example is something a bit more real-time and relevant to today. About a month ago, I went to Bill as the Home Depot breach was coming to light and asked him to identify any of our clients that had shopped at Home Depot within the time period that they specified. We also wanted to not just identify the people that shopped at Home Depot, but we wanted to look at transactions around those Home Depot transactions to see if there was potential fraud. So I asked him to focus on transactions that had the following characteristics. One, I wanted him to look at small dollar transactions under $2 that were categorized as fuel. A lot of times you'll see them as fraudsters going in and trying to activate the card. The second thing I wanted him to look at was large purchases that were outside the user's norm. If the user normally had rent or mortgage or some other large expense, we excluded that, but we wanted to look for really kind of unique transactions that were not the norm for that consumer. And the third thing is we wanted to look at multiple transactions happening at the same store on the same day. If somebody can get the card data and move that onto a fake card, move into a Best Buy and buy a couple of different iPads and then cash them out that way, it's a great way to get a return on the fraud investment. Then I want Bill to create something to notify the client and drive them to action. Now Bill's going to show you how we did this.
So here's our demo app again, showing the fraudulent transactions based on the rules that Bob gave me. I was pretty excited when he came to me on this one because I thought it was a really good test for the relevancy engine and this idea around actionable data. So I jumped into our development tool and started building rules to say, find me all of those $2 or less transactions around fuel. Again, this is schemaless data, and we're able to go in and look at every aspect of the data, not just what's been indexed or put on the site. No, everything that's there is available to me. Here is this real query we built for those larger transactions. This one was a little more difficult, but this allowed me to find multiple transactions on the same day at the same merchant. What's really nice is if Bob comes to me tomorrow and says, I've got another fraud identification, I can run in here, throw a fourth rule in here, and it can go be consumed then by the client. So, I mean, this is the raw data coming back, and this is interesting too because it's multiple data sets coming back, not just one. And again, this client can then take the new rule, get the new transactions, and present them. So we're completely dynamic. The data is actionable all the way through an API.
What Bill's shown just shortcuts your development cycle dramatically. This is on the fly in real time that we can make these changes within the application so that our applications just consume the data. In closing, we've leveraged years of experience to develop and introduce the Financial Apps Platform and Relevancy Engine. Our platform incorporates quick and easy access to data, action components to make the data work, and components to accelerate your product development. We're making this platform available to a limited number of developers to help us grow. Today, we're looking for 5 partners to join us. Come visit us at our workshop tomorrow at 2 p.m. in Fisher West, or at our booth today during the break to find out how we can help each other grow using the Financial Apps Platform. We're an evolving technology that's built to grow. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.